Okay, so we're still not done with the tutorial. Now, I am in a zone where there's other players. You can see that I just ran past somebody named Hitomi Candy Pop. But I've got a new mission, and the mission is called Chaos Practice. And really what this is doing, I'm in the main city of Seoul, and this is a place that you return to. It's like your home base. So let me just show you some of the stuff here. You can put a title on it. I'm currently CerealSnax the Receptive, and I'm a dragon rank 1. I have 0 experience points. So in a way, the game has kind of begun, but it also really hasn't. You can see your dressing room where you can choose your clothes and all that. And you can also see the inventory slots I have here. Now this is and I'll talk about this more later, but this is the ability wheel. And all of the skills that you have in this game come off this wheel. So, you know, if you wanted to go blades or blood magic or K, you can do anything you want, and you can also respec at later points in the game. So it's a very free-flowing in that sense. You got all kinds of things up here on the left. You got your PvP tab. You know, there's just a ton of stuff to learn. There's like an assembly tab, which is kind of like crafting. I'm not going to go too much into that right now. But I'm going to run towards the dojo, which is the place where I'm supposed to be training. Now, you'll run into these things every once in a while, and this is kind of like, they give you achievements, but they're lore that you find, and you can actually read about the lore of the story. And of course, like I said, I'm not really much for reading the lore. I just like to collect them. So it's kind of like an achievement point thing in a way. This one's called the buzzing. So you'll see those running around. This got me excited. There's actually there's another character here named King of the Mods. But anyway, this got me excited. There's a bicycle shop here. And one thing I don't know yet is, I know that a lot of people have talked about, at least I heard people in chat saying that, oh, they wish they had mounts and that sort of thing. It'd be neat if you could buy a bike and ride around. Because this game is kind of reminiscent of Grand Theft Auto in a sense, just because of the guns and the dressing room and all that sort of stuff. So, but I kind of toyed with the shopkeeper there. You can't buy a bike, so it's kind of disappointing. But you know, I'm not gonna discount the entire game just because I can't ride a bicycle. So anyway, so here we go. We're into the dojo area, and this is the area now. It's gonna jump to a cutscene, I believe, here. So let's see if it does or not. I'm just looking at my map. But this is the area where you get to actually pick what weapon you want to focus on to start out, and it gives you a little tutorial. So when I get in there, I'll explain it more. These lions are kind of neat. Or these like Chinese dog statues or whatever outside. I don't know, foo dogs, I guess they call them. There's another lore that I'm going to get. I'll go back in here. So it's kind of neat. You just click on the door and you go in. You want to enter the dojo. Yes, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like a dojo, but it's dojang. I like how when it loads, the picture gets brighter and brighter in color. It's neat. Okay, so it wants me to head deeper in here. So hang on, it's going to be a cutscene, and I will catch you back at the other side.
I am Desu. I am owner of the way. You are the dragon, one of 10,000 raindrops to begin a flood that will crash upon the stagnant and fearful. From out of the stillness comes great force for change. I will show you. This is a house of learning. None come here unless they are prepared to learn. You contain a power, the power of anima. It is of your breath, your blood, your life. It is an energy many seek to understand, seek to control. You are extraordinary. You can channel this anima to do your will, to do the will of the dragon. The closed fist, the talisman, the sword, even the gun, all of these are instruments awaiting your direction. Look around this house at the weapons of war. Take them. Sound them out. Learn the opportunities they provide. Learn the way. When we are satisfied, you take one as your own. This is your time for change. Before, your life was clouded, uncertain. That has ended. Dark days are coming. Some say they have already arrived and bring all we deserve. We shall train you to resist these dark days, and in resisting, reshape them. That is the way.
Alright, so that guy's giving his little spiel. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm actually going to... You can pick pistol, shotgun, or assault rifle from this pile of weapons and that sort of thing. I'm going to actually... I've been really wanting to do dual-wielding pistols. I kind of envision this character kind of like the main character of Wanted, the comic book, the guy who looked kind of like Eminem, because it was just neat to be like a superhero with magical powers who could shoot, you know, dual-wield pistols. And that's kind of what this guy is. You know, in this game you can use magic and pistols. And actually one of the templates, and the one I was kind of going for with this character, and I'm going to try to go for, is Assassin. And Assassin requires you to be not only good in blood magic, but also at shooting pistols. So I'll give you an idea. Finally I have a weapon. I can kind of show you. It's kind of funny. I've already played, you know, probably half an hour, and I still haven't equipped a weapon, which is interesting, right? Compared to other MMOs. So you get all these items, and you can see they've all got stats. And I don't know if this is just a beta thing or not, but it looks like they give you a talisman for every single inventory slot that you have. So I'm equipping them all. And that may be a beta thing just to make it easier to play through the game, because that seems odd that they would give you an equipable piece of armor, basically, for every piece. And you can see my pistols on my hips. I'm looking very, like, hardcore here. My pants are even sagging a little bit, so that's making me look even more hardcore. So the only part of the quest was to shoot the dummy, and he just looks cool standing here with his guns. And you can see, and now there's a gameplay video. We'll exit out of that. But you can see he holds the guns, you know, in front of himself, but opposite sides, like kind of like a gangster would shoot, you know, sideways. He doesn't really even aim, but that's what makes it cool. So we'll go back to the quest giver here.
Take this. Our age's instrument of chaos. The flash mob, the riot, the anonymous source, the grainy videos of atrocity. We shall be in contact.
Alright, so I've got my weapons, and I'm going to go full on pistols, and we're going to start doing this thing. So the next step is, I'm still in chaos practice, but I have to go to find the leader of the dragon clan, or whatever I'm in. Now, before we do that, let me just show you the abilities wheel again, because I think it's kind of neat, and it kind of gives you an idea of where I'm going and what you can do. So let's take a look here. So right now you can see I've spent some points on pistols in the range category. I've got 2 more ability points so that I can pick something else I want to buy. I've already got a skill called the business, which is my basic attack, a passive ability called Magnum up here, and all these do similar skills to what you would expect in any MMO, you know, damage over time, snare type abilities. I'm going to actually purchase the coup de grace, which actually, when you build up your resources, which is basically when you attack them, you can build up that resource meter. It will actually heal you as you shoot them, and heal any of your group members too. So it's kind of a beneficial skill. As you're fighting, you get the chance to heal yourself, which is nice. And that's one thing I don't know too much about yet, is like the Holy Trinity everybody talks about. I'm guessing, like Guild Wars 2, this gets rid of that whole healer tank kind of thing, but I'm not sure. I mean, you can respec any way you like and play any way you like, so I don't know how that works, if it's like Guild Wars 2 or otherwise. But already with my pistols I can heal, so that's a good sign. So I'm running to find this leader, and actually I went the complete wrong direction, so get used to that, because I do that a lot, it seems like, in these videos, going the wrong way. But it's kind of neat to see the city. It does remind me of Grand Theft Auto, although you can't drive any of the cars, which is a shame. I would like to see them implement something like that, although a lot of the areas are kind of cramped, so I guess you really couldn't drive around these little tiny streets. But so I'm going to go visit the leader of the dragon, the head of the dragon. You can run past these foo dogs again, which are always fun to look at. I need to get some of those for my real house, big foo dog statues just to go in the front yard, scare off any intruders. So the theme of the dragon the dragon clan is pretty neat. You see these like samurai type warrior guys standing in the center. It's just well done. Let's go in here. And this is a cutscene, so I will let you watch that, and I will be back
Welcome
shortly.
to the dragon. Sorry about the rough handling. Time's short, and we don't have the luxury of a soft landing. I'm Bong Cha. I'm the voice of the dragon. You don't speak with the child. You don't speak with the monks. You speak with me. You get your instructions from me. That's how it works. Are we clear? We believe in free will, within boundaries. I'm gonna set those boundaries for you, and then it's up to you to make your own choices. We all have a role to play, and we're all part of the dragon. The head, the mouth, the claws and fire. Even the dust and debris swept along in our wake. We're all part of the equation, the reality disruption. We're agents of chaos, and we do what needs to be done to shape the future. We do what is necessary. At this moment, new systems are forming on Solomon Island. Think of it like the weather. A storm is brewing, and you're the butterfly. You need to flap your wings. Add another chaotic event to the mix. Aside from our rivals on the council, no one's getting in or out of Solomon Island. The only road is through Agartha, and your kind has the right-of-way in there. There are predictions, models. But even if I did show them to you, you wouldn't have a clue how to read them. Trust us to know where you'll be useful, where you'll be able to disrupt and add discord. The Templars and the Illuminati are racing to unlock the secrets of Solomon Island. We could wait and let them tear each other apart, but there are designs, models, awaiting new data, fresh agitators, acts of gentle terror. It's time to leave.
Okay, so we just got done being lectured to by a woman who's not very nice and her little boy who is also not very nice. So let's go, you know, stuff's about to get real. So let's go check this out. I've got a new sprint skill, so I'm running like I'm just hardcore with my gun strapped to my waist, and I'm ready to just do something. So if you haven't been paying attention to the story, or if you have been paying attention to the story, because I haven't, I'm going to this other world which allows you to travel to other parts of Earth. So it's almost like, in a way, it does remind me of Rifts, if you've ever played Rifts, where like rifts have opened up in the world that allow you to travel magically over ley lines and that sort of thing. So there's kind of that paranormal aspect to it. So my goal is to... The Dragon Clan, their goal is to help save the world, to fight the evil. And this is one of the neater parts, and this is what really brings back a lot of my memories of The Longest Journey. And I do think that the writer of, or one of the creators of this game is actually one of the creators of The Longest Journey as well. I may be misspeaking on that, but I'm pretty sure, because it sure does remind me of that. And of course it is Funcom, so that wouldn't be surprising. But you see these big trees, and I'll let you watch the cutscene here. It's very steampunky, the little conductor.
Hello? Yes? Now this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1/4 the hour. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveller. Well, you've come to the right place. This underground realm, like the great British rail system, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. Distance and time bend in here. Why, you can cross the globe in a brisk walk. Of course, it's perfectly safe. And no one's entirely sure how it works. Quite bedeviled, the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the hollow earth. It can return you here in a flash, proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what?
So that's really neat with the conductor, and you can see all the players gathered around here. There's Dragon players, Templar players, and Illuminati players. We're all working together for a common goal, and that is to fight the evil of this world. Now, the only thing we don't do together is PvP, so later on I'll show you some PvP, but in PvP we fight each other. But otherwise, we're all working together. So you can see a lot of these guys are wearing, you can't really tell, I can't really tell what the Illuminati versus, we're all the same looking, but trust me, there's Templar and all those other guys around me. So here I'm doing my fast travel to the next zone that I need to go to. The world tree that transports you wherever you want to go. And my first destination is King's Mouth. And this is where I'm going to end this video. 17 minutes, so I think it's about time to wrap it up, and I will show you the first kind of early zone in this game called King's Mouth, which has been ravaged by zombies. So thanks for joining me. This is CerealSnax. Hope you enjoyed.